Little trick that I wanted to say, like how I do most of the time stuff with sampling. You know, sampling is nice and can be like, it can set a statement. If you example, you do a hip hop track and you sample something, you know, from whatever, from the 60s, something that you wouldn't expect in a hip hop track whatsoever. I mean, it can be really nice, but sometimes it also can get like really obvious that you sample like a disco groove or whatever. And I mean, I was doing this for like a long time, really, like sampling, like looking for loops, looking for strings that would fit together. And when all the computer stuff was not available, you know, we would only have like samplers that would hold a couple of seconds and stuff. It was really hard, like to tune stuff together, you know. You would have like a nice going bass line and it would fit with the groove, but then you would have a string that you like and it wouldn't fit with the tuning. And I mean, now it's not a problem. If you have a logic or a time stretching thing or whatever, you can do it. But I had a little trick which was always nice. Yeah? When I wanted to make a track, let's say I wanted to make like a disco, kind of like disco house track. I looked through my record collection. I found a track like Sylvester, for example, you know, like an old Sylvester track that you could obviously not really like rip, you know. I mean, if you're not, you know, Armand van Helden or whatever, it's like, you know, you don't get away with it. Or I mean, it can be cool, but most of the time it's really like a shame if you rip something really, really bad. So we came up with this idea, or it's basically not an idea. It's like this thing that we sample the whole thing. We sample, like, you know, the bridge. We sample the main part. We sample this and this and that, and we just put it in and program a beat under it, just really simple. And then we start to work on the sample. We start to add more, like you know, another bass line. Turn the bass out of the original sample. We add some strings and stuff, and at the end we just throw away the original sample. And it's totally, I mean, that's totally a super nice way if you're not good with writing music, you know, because I mean, because you sit down and you have the keyboard in front of you, and even if you cannot play, you know, you will find notes and you can play in MIDI notes and you can add up some stuff, and then when you take out the original sample, you will have the feeling of the track, but you will not totally rip the track. Reactor, for example, where you can load in stuff and it does crazy stuff where you don't know, you know, where it comes from. You don't really know what you're doing, but in the end some good stuff comes out. And I just started up to see, and I brought some sounds from my hard disk, and they're really like, it's stuff that I really had laying around. I really also don't know, I didn't prepare anything, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I just want to show you, maybe hopefully it works, that with some stuff that lays around, you can do really nice sounds which can be the base for like a drum sound or a bass line or whatsoever. And so there is this program, Super Collider, which you know, it's a thing where you can program your own patches and stuff, and it comes with a couple of patches. And we call it in Vienna, we call it the diva, you know, because it can be really nice to you, and it can be really harsh. I mean, with this program, we played live for like a couple of times, and it's this kind of stuff where you have a really nice going, and suddenly it starts to make like a sound, and you don't know where it comes from, and this sound is 3 times as loud as all the other stuff. And you try to fix what's going on, but sometimes it's really nice because it's unexpected stuff, and it's really weird because the people then sometimes, you know, they go like, whoa, you know, because it's just happening, and the people see on your expression of the face that it's actually really also happening to you, you know. So it has like a kind of like real life appeal, like you would, like, you know, you just play it. You play the program, and the program plays you. And I think that's a really nice thing, where you, at the moments where you're not in total control. If you want to have like background effects or like kind of like moody layers or something like this, it's a really good system when you just let the computer or the sampler just do, like, you know, what it wants. I mean, would this like appeal to you? Would you say like, yeah, you know, that's something that I would do, or would you say, if I write music, I want to like sit down and like properly and write a song?